Oh, y'all already know.
No.
It's the motherfucking Can We
We
Not
Rock
Podcast. And you know what the radio in the city. Yeah. Do what we have to do in this motherfucker.
Throw up your seats for City World Radio.
Wait, whoa, shit.
Shit.
God damn,
shit.
wait.
I didn't do that. Yo, cut
Canceled.
that from the
Canceled.
episode 50. We got syndicated. Fuck that. We can't.
No,
We out here now.
That's right. We are back. It's the Can We Not Podcast, episode 50.
The big 5-0.
The big 5-0.
My thing up,
Yeah.
bro.
The 5-0 coming for us. They know we too hot out in these streets.
Yes, so
We
that's
made
right.
it, guys. We made it.
We're back in the studio. So once again, shout out to Scott's Crescent Radio. Shout out to City World Radio. Shout
Big
out to Jay
C's.
helping us out on the engineer
Big
board. Shout out to Toad on the cameras. Cameras is on. Party lamp cam is on.
Party lab cam.
So shout out to everybody listening on SoundCloud, Spotify, Spreakers, Spot everywhere.
Google Play.
Everywhere.
YouTube.
God, yeah, YouTube, all of that shit. So much is going on in the world. This is episode 50. 50 weeks straight.
We made
And the most important thing that I always want to know is how are my co-hosts?
I don't say nothing because it was a bad week. I gotta come back with y'all with positive energy. So I'm here, I'm alive, and I'm happy to be here.
You healthy?
Healthy, of course. Of course I'm healthy. Yeah, of course. I ain't got no food in my fridge, but I'm
I don't know how much longer I'm going to be healthy.
dying,
Hungry.
Hungry.
Podcast game out here. It's crazy.
Please subscribe.
Please subscribe to Evan's YouTube. We ain't gonna be eating. If Evan don't eat, we don't eat.
Kenneth, how are you,
It's
bro?
gonna be the realest episode. Episode 50.
Kenneth,
Mama,
how
I
are
love you.
Yo, 50 episodes, we finally get a laugh track.
Yeah,
That's not good.
that was a laugh track worthy.
Why we need a laugh track? For my pain? You gonna laugh at my pain, dog? I live this nigga.
Got no food.
What's
in
the
his
deal with
fridge.
poverty?
What's the deal with food? Not in my fridge.
You don't need to eat it all the time. Just sometimes.
Dieting.
Involuntary dieting.
How are you, Kenneth? Bro?
I'm doing better than this nigga.
Just skip me, bro. Just skip me.
I'm great.
I'm great.
Party laugh. How you doing, bro?
Good to hear. Oh, it's
crazy.
good to hear.
It's crazy. Why didn't we get invited?
Evan, how you doing, bro?
Chill.
Oh, that's not fair. I'm sitting there talking. Listen. I have to throw off all this extra fucking shit that I got for like the last week. Since, you sitting there making it seem like because I got a free crib, it's lit. Nah, that's why I'm throwing it off.
Damn.
Yeah, I ain't got shit in my fridge, so if you
Yeah.
coming through, you better bring some food. You better bring
They
some
still
groceries.
coming.
Bring some.
They
No,
bringing food, weed, liquor.
I mean,
If that's the case, my address.
Come true.
chill.
Come true.
Chill.
I'm about to fucking the rock.
Nah.
All right.
White people go home.
Um,
Stop coming to the
Wow.
so
I'm
much
serious.
has happened
I-
during the week. Where would you gentlemen like to start?
LeVar Ball.
LeVar Ball. I guess we can start there.
Mm.
Let's see what I have here in my phone. LeVar Ball. You want to give him the backstory on LeVar Ball?
All right, so he was on ESPN commenting on how his son just got traded from the Lakers to the Pelicans, and the young lady's name escapes me right now.
Molly Quirm.
She wanted to switch top. she wants to switch topics, but in her words, she wanted to switch gears, and she said to Ball, like, "Hey, do you mind if I switch gears with you right now?"
Whoa,
And
that's
he-
pretty sexual.
And what did he say?
He responded, "You can switch gears with me anytime."
Not so sexual. What? Wait. So,
So-
what
So-
happened?
So the issue was that she took issue with what he said, like stating that she didn't feel comfortable with how he said, like, "Oh, you can switch gears to me anytime."
She doesn't like cars. She's not a car fan?
No,
Really?
apparently not.
That's crazy.
I mean, if she said that, then it's just, I mean, it's weird. It's very, very weird in the way that the public made it seem like there seemed to be a lot of backlash towards LeVar after his comments, and even Molly's husband, Jalen Rose, he even, I mean, this word, I haven't seen it myself, but there is words that he's kind of like, yo, you better apologize to my wife publicly for what you said. Now, I'm going to pull up a clip from 2 years ago, September 13th, 2017, where the same thing was said between both people. And let's see how that goes.
Really?
Yeah.
Don't be rude. I am saying to you that you didn't have to come out with that statement like that towards the kids. If you can't afford it, you ain't a big boy. That was very rude.
That's
it was
not
very
to the
rude.
kids.
All right,
The
it was
parents
to the
got to get
parents.
that. You already know.
Can we switch gears here? All right, so after this year, the Lakers need LeBron.
Go ahead. Go ahead.
LeVar,
Before I get
And this
back.
is this year.
LeVar, can I switch gears with you because I have a question
You
here.
can switch gears with me anytime.
That's wild. He responded? That's
Actually,
crazy.
he didn't. Well, he did. He came out
This
in a
year.
video today talking about that, you know,
He didn't mean it. He didn't mean it in a sexual manner.
He think it's-
But he made the video today in response to ESPN.
it was yesterday.
Well, it came
2
out
days
today. I saw it today.
Today's Monday.
Today's Monday. It's episode 50. We out here lit. Living for the city. Me and Party Lamp was chilling all weekend, bro.
It's lit.
Word. You had too many shots, bro.
Brain damage.
Party Lamp,
Go
stop
ahead.
snitching.
Too many
But-
watts.
So, ESPN has they've banned him from like all platforms. They don't want him back in the studio or on camera for them no more because of how he stated like, oh, you can switch gears to me anytime. He was saying like, yo, I didn't mean in a sexual manner.
On ESPN, I got my own show.
Here's the clip.
Was your comment? What was your comment? I mean, when they could switch gears at any time. I mean, us, we didn't see it.
I don't even have to respond to that on the fact that I meant no sexual intent or nothing on the fact that switch gears mean change topics to me.
Right.
Her mind in the gutter if she thinking something else. Only time I hit on her if she breaking in my house and I was mistaken for the boogeyman.
Hey, I like it. This basketball.
Hey, I like it.
What good camera work.
Hey, I like it.
Shout out to Tone. But yeah, so what are your initial reactions to the story? Was he going too far? Is Molly out of her role, taking it to that
It's
place?
just a stupid misunderstanding, to be honest. It's like you can get caught on saying anything, but he didn't. From what I saw from the video, he didn't look like he was saying anything in a way to invoke like, yo, yeah, like, you know, I know he looks like a creepy old man, but
Kind of is.
like a weird looking like bald Sinbad or something like that. But at the same time, he just responded in a like a kind of like
The same
witty
way
way.
he did 2 years ago.
Yeah.
Because even 2 years ago, he made the same hand gesture, like switch gears. Here, let's go.
Yeah,
Like switching gears on the car.
yeah.
that he
She's
did.
not a car fan. I get it. Okay,
She's
but
not in NASCAR.
my whole thing is the fact that I it's sad to bring it to this point, but why is it that
Here
when
we
a
go.
black man says something like this to a white woman,
Is she Spanish? I don't know.
I don't
know.
care.
Oh, you don't
She's
care.
canceled.
I don't know.
She's canceled at this point because she's saying shit that is invoking all this shit. I don't give a fuck. Switch gears, bitch. First off, you probably don't even switch gears. Yeah, see, look, play it. We gonna see her in a new light. That's why. Nah, play it.
You ain't got the answers.
I got the answers. You know why? Because she's canceled. She's canceled right now. Switch gears. We gotta switch to another topic. Anyway,
Oh my god.
I feel like I just feel like it's just sad. Like one little comment has this man taken off and banned from one show because of a comment.
The
that
whole network.
The whole network. And I'm just like, really?
What, yeah, what did he
But-
say? If it's what he said, if you take what he said and you say it to a man, is it still sexual?
nah.
That's what my rule too. Is it really that sexual? If you could take what he said, take the same exact phrasing, everything he said, say it
I'll
to a
switch
man.
gears with you anytime,
Sorry.
Evan.
Whoa, man.
Oh, come on. Now I'm off the show.
This
Shit. Episode 50. Fuck. That's what I'm trying to do, bro.
You want to come out here?
Yeah. Yeah, I'm definitely coming out here. If you're there, big boy.
We switching gears.
We switching gears. We switching
gears,
teams right now.
Oh, you switching teams?
Gotta
he
watch the
switched
YouTube.
teams?
Gotta watch the YouTube.
But I feel like what he said shouldn't have been taken out of context.
Happy
Like
Pride
I
Month.
said, if you can say it to a man, it's probably not that crazy. And the fact that he didn't even say her name after it, he didn't like lick his lips, he didn't make a sexual gesture.
Yeah.
You know, and how is it his fault? Why is he blamed for her interpretation of what he said? They're both married people who've known each other, have a professional relationship with one another because he's been on the show for the past 2 years. So why is it an issue now when the same phrase was said 2 years ago? Like, that's the part about it that I personally don't understand. And then the bigger deal about it is him being, quote-unquote, banned from the network. It's a stupid angle to me personally because I feel like you can't ban a person who doesn't work for you.
Yeah, he said that.
Yeah,
He
like,
said
yo,
that in
I don't
the
work for
video.
ESPN.
Exactly.
And the thing is, LeVar Ball brings numbers.
Yeah.
Honestly. Because whenever things happen with his kids, that's the first people. They don't go to his kids for interviews. They go to
him?
Yeah, they go to
Yeah.
him. Because people want to know what he says because he's the wild, kooky dad that, like, says wild shit from time to time. Who says, like, really.
He's the more like he's the big social media presence of the Ball family.
Exactly. And even the whole social media angle of trying to separate the kids from the dad's kind of a nasty one when you really think about it. Like, hey, man, you sure you want to be around your dad? You know, they always try to get these young NBA stars away from their family. Like the same
Black
thing
families.
was. Yes.
let's say it
Let's-
for what it is.
let's get to
Let's
it.
say it for what it is. Let's
Like,
just say it for
honestly,
what it is.
yeah, because the same thing happened with Kawhi Leonard when he was
Oh,
on the
yeah.
Spurs and he had his injury. Wait, hold on, I got you.
What it do, baby?
I look back and I
What it do, baby?
yeah.
Serge Ibaka, fuck out my viral moment. But the same thing happened to him when he was injured a couple years ago when he hurt his ankle. He stepped on the other player's foot and it kind of hurt his ankle and he wasn't able to play for a whole other season.
Yeah.
But the doctor said he was cleared to play. Popovich said he was cleared to play. Everybody wanted him to play, but he said he didn't feel right, so he did not play.
Yeah.
And that was because of his uncle. His uncle said, yo, he's not good. He's not playing. Why y'all trying to make it seem like he's able to play? Why y'all putting out these stories saying that, yo, he's healthy. He's all right. He just doesn't want to play for us. You're putting out all these stories to make it seem like he's not a good teammate. So guess what? Me and Kawhi, we packing our shit. We out of here. We in Toronto like
What it do, baby?
coming for the rings. So the same thing right now, I feel like happens with LeVar and his kids. Where the media tries to play the angle of, oh, your father's selling these $400 sneakers. He's taking them out of college sports. He's putting them in like other countries to like build their names up, and then come to the NBA to be the best player in a whole other country that's not really televised. Then come to the NBA and be big stars. Like, you know, that's like they question his business acumen, and they try to separate them when their dad is probably the most biggest positive motivating factor for them.
Yeah.
And now you're going to take him away from the network. You're going to ban him from the network. So now, guess what? If I'm Lonzo Ball or any of his kids that get drafted to the NBA,
LaMelo,
after we
D'Angelo,
win the
yeah.
game,
Yeah.
and they talk about, yo, you want to talk to Scott Van Pelt? No.
I want to talk to my dad.
I'm not talking.
dad.
I'm not talking to
Fuck outta
nobody
here.
from ESPN.
Yeah.
They're not getting that no more. Hopefully, they play to the level that they can command that type of attention.
It would be nice. It really
Yes.
would be nice. Like a big FE
It's yeah, but
Yeah.
I would do that if any. That'd be a big motivator for me to play even harder.
Mm-hmm.
Because like, yo, I'm doing this for not only for me, for my family. I'm doing this for my dad because I keep fronting on my dad now.
Yeah.
And you know who knows? You'll probably see LeVar Ball sitting next to fucking Shannon Sharp and Skip Bayless next week.
So
He
what
right.
happened?
Oh, I couldn't be on First Take. Well, guess what? I'm right there on Undisputed. Like,
What it do, baby?
Back in this bitch.
exactly. That's how I feel about it. Y'all want any other closing notes?
No, I think we got to switch gears.
It's time to switch gears.
Mm-hmm.
All right.
I'll switch gears with y'all anytime.
Ooh.
No, my dick hard.
Yo, nah.
Fine.
What it
I'll
do,
leave.
baby?
Nope.
Fine. I'll leave.
What it don't.
What it don't do?
Yeah,
baby.
what it don't. Nah. Mm-mm.
Okay, y'all want to talk about Bella Thorne?
Oh yeah.
Bella Thorne.
Okay.
Wait. Was that the chick that was crying about Whoopi Goldberg
Yeah.
saying hating on her?
Yeah.
What exactly happened? Because she was crying.
All right.
Yes. You want-
All right.
Go ahead.
So she was Bella Thorne was being threatened to have her nudes leaked, and so she was like, "Oh, I'm gonna go on The View and talk to the women of The View to speak about like the."
It was a book that she released. She
some-
did. No, she released the book and then her new photos got released.
Okay. So
Crazy. That's
so
crazy.
before she was going to appear on The View, Whoopi Goldberg and the women were talking about like how like,
Her nudes got leaked.
and then Whoopi was like, "Oh, if you don't want your news to get leaked, don't take them."
don't take nude photos.
Yeah.
You're a young, famous person. You shouldn't be taking nudes because when they hack your phone, they're hacking everything, and it's gonna get leaked online. So don't take nude photos.
That's all she said.
Basically,
She went. That
was her main message. Like, yo, if you don't want it to get out, don't take anything that can potentially get out.
Yeah, I didn't feel like pulling up the clip.
Where's the live by? Okay.
So it's like, Bella Thorne obviously saw that, and then she made like a few response videos to Whoopi, like, "Oh, shame on you." She
canceled her appearance on The View.
She was like, "Shame on you, Whoopi. Like, you know, I looked up to you. Like, I wanted to come on The View and talk about this, like a mature, like adult woman, shit like that." And it's just like.
She said, "Shame on you for sending that message out to young girls."
To not take nudes?
Yeah.
What?
Because in that moment, do you feel like that's victim blaming?
Yes.
Her phone was hacked. She didn't put that photo out to the world. It was hacked.
True.
Somebody invaded her privacy and posted it to the world. And that's what she was so upset about. She said that those photos were intimate photos taken for one person. And
her boyfriend or
something. Exactly. And then the kid who actually did it, she was going to sue him and come at him hard. But then when she realized the kid was 16 years old, she didn't want to ruin his life by putting him in jail. So she kind of felt bad.
Black woman's wife?
No, she didn't want to. No, she just said. Because Whoopi didn't have to say that. Because everybody else on the show kind of said, "Hey, Whoopi, like, I don't feel like that's the. You sure? Like, that's the way you want to go about it?" Because I feel like I understand what Whoopi was trying to say.
Yeah.
And I understand that the times Whoopi is from, that's just, it's kind of weird to put yourself in today's climate when you're dealing with the rules of yesterday. Because it's like the times when Whoopi Goldberg was coming up in Hollywood, nude photos were not a thing.
No.
Yeah.
Like, social media wasn't a thing.
Plus, it took a long time to develop. You know, you had to shake out the Polaroid.
Exactly. And everybody in CVS got it.
Shit.
You ready? You ain't never been to CVS and be like, "Ooh wee," and they look at you like, "Ooh wee." Your girl take new photos and like, you ever had that, like when your girl take the new, like the disposable camera, she take the photos on there and you got to go to CVS to get it like
developed.
Yeah, but then when you walk in the store, the fucking guy behind the counter is like,
"What it do, baby?" Yeah.
And I'm the one with the premium snap.
Fine, I'll leave.
I was going to change it too. But Bella Thorne.
Please watch the YouTube.
So I feel like that's not really fair of Whoopi to like kind of victim blame her because she was the one with her privacy invaded. It's like, how would you feel if somebody went to your bathroom, opened up your drawers, and looked at all the medicine you make, like the meds you take, and posted that online?
That would be lit.
That's an invasion of privacy.
That would be lit.
It's still an invasion of privacy, and we don't blame the person.
I want people to open up my fridge and see how much.
You don't want people knowing your private matters, and it goes back to the same thing with T.I. and TMZ, where his sister passed away, and they try to put out all these rumors and saying she's an alcoholic and all these other things. And they try to put that out in the public. To me, it's the same type of rule. It's like you can't put out a person's private information if they didn't want it out first. Like the whole exposing somebody, like that's the part that needs to be shamed.
Yeah.
Like if somebody's sending you nude photos, you don't post that shit online.
Yeah.
You just don't. You don't invade somebody's personal life. Like that's a private, intimate moment that somebody wanted to share with you, and you can't take that and post that online, or even share it amongst other people, or send it to other people, because that's just the nasty part about it. So I understand what Whoopi was trying to say, that if you don't take the photo, nobody can share the photo.
Yeah.
And at the same time, it's like, well, let's not, jump over the fact that somebody just invaded Bella Thorne's privacy. Because at first when the photos got posted, she was like, "Oh, I'm going to post them out myself, so somebody's threatening to blackmail me about this shit." And then as she went on and on and on about it, that's when she realized, oh shit, the kid is 16. I don't want to like send him to jail, because he can go to jail for a long time for that type of crime, especially in the state that he's from. So she said, he's a little kid. I kind of want him to like, learn his lesson, and maybe he'll turn out okay. Because like, this is fucked up. But Whoopi, you shouldn't be spreading that message to these young girls who watch your show, because that's a horrible message to say.
So why are we not spreading the message that if you have someone this young being this reckless with somebody else's privacy, that we're not going to, not to make an example, but not to really address it in a better way? Like, it's going to continue to happen. Like, either way, it's going to continue to happen. This happened with Iggy Azalea. When she was very young, there was apparently like, a porn video that she was in. This is going to continue to happen. But if you're not like addressing that, some kind of narrative has to change with not only the young men, but just like, you know, how we share what we have.
I feel like in time the social norm about nudes is going to change in probably the next 5-10 years.
Nobody's really
Like
gonna care.
it's like nobody's gonna
Nobody's
care.
really gonna care.
Like niggas sex tapes is gonna come out. Nobody gonna be like, hey, what? That shit was whack.
Nah, that's gonna be crazy. If
No.
if niggas sex tapes came out, like, that's gonna be crazy.
No, remember when Safari shit? No, you know what's funny?
That's gonna be
Whenever
crazy.
a man shit comes out, it's always
Yeah.
the opposite.
It's
Like,
always opposite. Yeah,
I remember when Chris Brown shit came out, or when Safari's came out, and all you saw on the timeline was girls about, ooh wee, god damn,
Mhm.
this shit is fun. I never saw those photos, thank God.
Yeah,
But
that was weird.
whenever you see a story about a famous man's nudes coming out, all the women who were lusting over him anyway are going to still lust over him.
Yeah.
And the same thing comes from women too. So I feel like the narrative will be changed. It may be a little bit more normalized, or maybe as the public, they might just become desensitized to nudes coming out.
That's probably what should happen, to be honest. Like, they have those posts that say free to nipple and all that shit. And it's like, why are we giving so much precedence to a human
Yeah.
like
Body.
naked
Like,
body?
come on.
Like,
Yeah, like no, don't hang. No, don't hang on. No, Tone has his camera out. Don't do that. No, listen.
sometimes
No.
you got to do what you
No,
got to
you
do.
don't
Put the
have to.
camera on me, man.
No, you don't.
Episode 50, we going out big.
No,
I'm trying to hype him up.
no.
That's
Listen,
what girls
I'm trying to
do.
get the snap
I'm trying to
up.
be supportive. Oh,
Gotta
my
get the
fault.
snap up. Gotta
That's
get the
like
snap up.
earlier this week. I was some girl was Insta living.
That's what you call it? Insta live?
She was Insta live. She was on live on her Instagram.
Gotcha.
And she was like, you know, when most girls are single, all they do is go live on Instagram because they don't have a boyfriend. So they just talk to niggas on Insta live.
They don't really talk. They
Yes,
just
they
put
do.
the camera on them. I've seen some of them where it's just like they'll
But
just have
girls
the
will be
camera
live
on
and the guys
they're
go
doing
live.
something that's like, and you just see the guys in the comments like,
No, she like goes live with the guys. Like she invites them in.
oh, okay.
like
Yeah.
this one.
Okay.
Yeah, y'all know. Come on.
Yeah, you used to
Actually,
do
yeah,
that.
we saw you on there. No, we saw you on there. No, we ain't snitching. I'm just saying we just happened to roll up in one.
Fine, I'll leave.
And
fine,
see.
Fine, I'll leave.
Doesn't go here.
You went to somebody's Insta live though,
Yes.
a few times.
but you went to hers. You saw,
She
I didn't-
invited
or
you.
you
I
saw
was
this.
viewing a girl's Insta live.
She invited you in.
She did not invite me in. This young lady did not invite me in. I didn't request either. I did not request it. But I saw one of the
Yo, stop
gentlemen,
playing. Let me in.
one of the gentlemen who did jump in there,
Gentleman.
which was no, he wasn't a gentleman. That's why I said, yo, society needs to change. Because soon as the camera went to him, and he pressed accept, it was just a nigga beating his dick off. I was like, yo,
come on, man.
yo,
Damn.
how'd he get the camera there that fast? How'd you send the request? Was remember one hand's got to be on the camera, the other hand's on his dick. How'd he press request? It's crazy. It's crazy.
What if you use?
Yeah, see? Wow. But do you
That's
guys
wild.
think that?
Evan, I have one question, and then we can move on.
What's that?
And then we can switch gears. How long did you stay on the line?
Oh no, she got him out of there pretty quick. I stayed. She got
How
him
quick
out.
does
Oh,
it
you
happen? Like, is it like?
Yeah, like he popped up. He was there for no longer than like probably 5 seconds.
What'd you see?
I saw him.
Did you like what you saw?
No, I didn't. It was very funny because she was wild. Because like she dropped her phone. 'Cause you don't expect to see that.
A dick.
You never expect.
You never do.
You never
You
expect
do.
to see that.
What if it was his knee?
Nah, it was his dick. You
You
can't
see-
jerk off your knee because his hand was on it. He was ferociously beating it. All right.
Yo, he was waiting there.
Ferocious.
Wow. Vigorously.
Smoke coming off.
That's just terrible, though. It's like the live shit, the Insta live. I can't even lie to you how many times I've felt like this is gonna go bad.
Yeah.
Even when the celebrities go on, it's just like you just liable
Because
for
shit
anything
happens
to
and
happen.
nobody addresses it.
It,
Like Molly Quirm's husband, Jalen Rose, when Kobe dropped 80 fucking points on his head, he ain't say shit.
81.
Ooh,
Yeah, wasn't respect on his name.
the extra one just to be petty.
That one free throw.
Yep.
he changed gears on him.
He switched gears.
Yeah, he
Zoom, zoom,
forced
zoom.
him in. I'll retire after that one. Fetty Wap is under investigation.
Fetty Wap's back?
No, he's not.
Ah.
He's only back in the news. He's not back on the
Damn.
musical streets.
Damn.
Yeah, baby.
He's under investigation because a woman alleges that Mr. Wap physically abused her. What?
Don't
didn't
insert
even-
that in like,
I
oh,
didn't-
Mr. Wop.
I didn't get to the joke yet.
That's the joke, Mr. Wop.
Get
That sounds like a burger joint.
Get to the punchline.
And it's very insensitive. We're gonna get canceled for this joke. But
Jeez.
Fetty Wap is under investigation after a woman alleges that Mr. Wap was physical and abusive towards her. Video shows of her yelling at Fetty, and then Mr. Wap whops her upside the head. All right.
Nigga, come on, man. No! Jesus! The damn buttons.
He didn't hit her. He smacked the phone out of her hand. And that was the end of the video.
Didn't that happen with well, some similar shit happened with like Quavo or one of them, the Migos and
Yeah, and then
Factors.
you get sued or whatever. Because he broke the phone, so you can get sued for that. Because phones
Crazy.
are worth over $1,000, and if you break somebody's property that's worth over $1,000, that's like some grand
Grand larceny or
Yeah,
some shit.
yeah. Thank you.
Destruction of property.
There you go.
There you go.
Both of them.
There it is.
Going straight to jail. So just wanted to say that it's fucked up.
Yeah, the joke.
No.
Yeah, the joke
Yes,
that you
that-
said.
Fetty
You
Wap.
whopped.
That was fucked up. That joke is
That's
fucked
worse than what Fetty did?
Well, no, but
Okay.
still, you don't make
It's
light
up-
of it like that.
It's
You-
up there.
Come on, man. It's up there.
It's up there.
But what if she didn't get hurt?
What? That
He smacked the phone. He whopped the phone out
You
of
whopped
it.
the phone out her hand.
Yeah.
What if it hit her in the face?
All right, that's
Them
different.
iPhones is hard.
They're not that hard.
Yeah, they
can't
are.
see it.
You ever have
let's see.
your iPhone? Like you're sitting there laying down in
Oh,
bed and
and
you
it
like
fall
it
on
fall
your
on your
face.
fucking face.
Your fucking
You
nose
feel like
breaks.
you went into like
You
a
been in
third round with Mike Tyson or some
You
shit.
ever been sent to the hospital because your phone fell on your face
Chill.
at 2 o'clock in the morning?
Chill.
Damn.
Yeah.
What you looking at 2 in the morning that you ain't got a good grip on your phone?
It's the love.
It's the live. He was the one on the live. It was him.
Ladies and gentlemen,
I
we
can't
got him.
believe it. Nah, we got him. Now we got him now. And I'm the one with the premium stamp. I'm out here.
What it do, baby?
That's how it's gonna be as soon as you come to the page. But I mean, that sucks though.
Ew.
Yeah, that's sad if Mr. Fetty Wap did that. I hope he didn't.
Mr. Fetty Wap. God damn it.
I hope he didn't do that.
I know, but stop calling him Mr. Wap.
Why?
I-
Wap bottom.
I was about to say, it's like, damn it. Wap, bop, ba, doo, bop, ba, da, bop, bop. Get that phone out my face. Put it on my good eye. Damn it.
Wrong with you? Wrong with y'all? You niggas are crazy.
Yep.
Niggas is wildin' though. They really are.
Okay. Now, anything else that happened that's kind of crazy before I get to this big giant story about Common? Oh, if your girl gets with Obama, would you be mad?
Wait, what?
The
Like
thing
in
that
what
you
way?
sent.
Like are they having
The
dinner
thing
together?
about when Nelly posted saying
Oh.
that. There you go.
Nelly
Oh.
posted that?
Yeah.
Yeah, like if a girl cheated on you with like a celebrity, and depending on the celebrity, like
A
would you be
bigger
mad?
celebrity than you. I guess that was what he was
We ain't
implying.
celebrities.
But-
Fuck.
Yet.
Give me some clout.
Yet.
Chill.
So if a girl leaves you for a famous nigga, you'd be like,
Hey, she upgraded.
Like if your girl
She did
leave
what
you
she
for
had to do.
if your girl leave you for Drake.
Chill.
so if my girl left me for a bigger comedian,
That's Nego White.
I really thought.
wait.
Go ahead.
Dean. James Sutton. Shout out James.
So y'all just gonna act like Tone. So y'all just gonna act like Tone not sitting right there. Tone be having dinners with Adam Sandler. Nobody gonna say
Chill,
that.
yo, keep that on the wraps, man. What you
Oh,
doing?
I'm snitching.
Come on,
I'm
man.
snitching.
Damn.
You got any bigger comedians than me?
Ooh. Oh.
Always trying to publicly humiliate me. I get it. You're jealous, man. You're jealous. God don't like ugly, and you ain't friends with him.
Listen, man. Shit is lit. Shit is lit. It's about to go down. It's about to go down.
If anybody personally knows me, knows what was said. He didn't say it on mic, but you know what he said.
Yo, you need to tone it down, bro. You really do, man. But shit is lit.
I apologize.
No, you can't apologize for that. You keeping it real, bro.
Nah, but if my girl left me for Obama, I think I'd be alright with that.
Word?
I'd be alright with that.
I'm telling Michelle.
What
Go
if
ahead.
what if
Go
your
ahead.
girl left you for like one of your well off friends or something like that?
Oh, like a
How
friend with
mad would
money?
Like not even money, just like they think they're better.
Oh.
You know, like they traded up.
Oh, they think they upgraded.
Like you broke up
You already know.
And they go-
You already know what I'm gonna do.
What you gonna do?
Dirty Mac.
We talked about this like 2 weeks ago.
It was last week.
Dirty Mac.
That was last week.
That's it.
Oh, yeah.
Dirty Mac.
I'm dirty.
Really?
Mac. Dirty Mac and her. Hit my nigga.
Well, no. You wouldn't have to dirty Mac because he would already know.
No, I don't never tell y'all about my. I mean, well, now I do. I be here.
Exactly. Wow. 50 weeks straight, bro.
50 weeks in.
Still blocked. Still blocked.
Don't block me. I love you.
Still
Please.
blocked.
Ghost account.
You know what's crazy?
Oh shit.
It has nothing to do with my exes, but a deeper point that I can use this to tie into the other story. 'Cause I'm a genius. Did anybody see Toy Story 4?
Nah.
Not yet.
Okay.
I don't want to do that to myself yet.
I saw Toy Story 4.
In
and
theaters?
No, in the privacy of my own home. And glad.
You got one of those hacked links
I
again?
got a private screening in my house.
Send
Oh,
that
wow.
shit.
I will.
Good looks.
Private screen. I'll invite you to the private screening.
Guys owe too.
So
I thought-
Wait, private screen.
I thought he said private
Ew.
skeeting. I thought you said private skeeting.
Ew.
no, not to Toy Story 4. Don't ever do that. Don't disrespect Woody like that. That's nasty. It's a nasty
walked
sentence.
yourself into
That's
it,
a
man.
nasty sentence. Private skeeting to Woody. Saving Private Woody.
What it do, baby?
But
There's a dick in my boots.
I'm not
Ew.
I'm sorry.
trying to run a show.
Yeah, no, not that kind of show.
Fucking silly ass
Nasty.
podcast. I'm trying to be serious.
With serious moments.
Yeah, exactly.
Make the tagline.
I will. Guys, so I saw Toy Story 4 and I'm glad I didn't see it in theaters because how heavy I wept.
You cried?
I wept. I was sobbing.
You wet?
Damn.
Yeah.
Wepa?
Fam, if I even start to really talk about what happens in that movie,
Uh-oh.
I will start crying.
No.
Fam, the next morning I tried to talk about it with people just to try to get it out after
Process it,
when I
get it.
watched it for the first time. I was crying for a whole nother hour and a half. Cause you know what fucked me up?
What?
I'm not even gonna lie. The movie came on. I'm watching the movie. I'm kind of in it. Kind of starts a little bit slow. So after the 15-minute mark, the movie kind of takes off.
Okay.
So then I'm kind of like, oh shit, I'm really enjoying the movie. And I thought the message of the movie was going to be about just adjusting to new life.
Okay.
So I'm like, oh, because that's just what seemed to be the message. Because the last one was about moving on and letting go.
Right.
So it was like, oh, you got to let go. You got to move on sometimes. And it was sad. I remember I kind of got teary-eyed at the end. I remember you remember we were sitting in that theater, Kenneth, and the saddest moment happened. And then Anthony was sitting next to me and made a fucking very inappropriate joke. And it ruined the moment. I didn't have that there this time. So I'm watching the movie. I'm enjoying it. Key and Peele shows up. They're hilarious.
Oh.
Keanu Reeves is in the
Oh,
movie.
yeah.
He's hilarious. The movie is top-notch funny. Probably the funniest Toy Story.
Nice.
And when you're in the movie after the first 15 minutes and they start getting into the little fork nigga story, the movie's lit. And I was enjoying it top to bottom.
Why
Then-
is this nigga's eyes glistening? Like
Because I'm about to cry. Because I'm thinking about it. Then at the end, they flip it.
Oh, they flip
Damn.
it.
They flip the message.
Like an omelet?
Flipped it
Oh,
on.
they flipped it on me. Fam, when Buzz said she'll be fine, fam, I lost it. I lost my shit. When Buzz, I'm
She's
not
like,
giving you-
oh, damn.
Yeah,
Come
I'm not trying
on.
to give away
Yo,
spoilers, but
Jade,
when
about
Buzz said
to,
the
Jade about to
line-
jump across the table. Like, you about to tell me, nigga.
You're not gonna spoil this. What happened? But when Buzz says the line, she'll be fine, my heart fucking dropped
Damn.
from my chest to out of my ass. Fam, you can see it in my face.
I can.
You can see it in my
Yeah.
face how hard I am trying to fight the shit. But fam, that shit fucked me up
Damn.
hard.
So I'm going to have to see this.
It fucked me. You're like, you gonna be, that was a bitch. That's what my mother said. I was trying to confide in my own mother. I'm like, yo, mom, you remember when I was 5 and you bought me the VHS when I graduated kindergarten of fucking the first Toy Story, and that's all I had, so that's all I watched. I remember the whole movie, top to bottom, that and Space Jam. So that movie just means a lot to me. So at the end of the movie, they changed the message, and it's about letting go. I'm not going to say what happens, but it's about letting go, and that fucked me up because I have issues with letting go of people because I'm very loyal. I'm a very loyal person.
Yes, you
When it
are.
comes to relationships, comes to friendships, comes to life. I'm very...
Why is Tone
No,
laughing?
Toe knows why that's funny. Toe knows why that's funny. But I'm an extremely loyal person. So when that moment happened, that's why I had to... It took me 2 days to come out. Why is this shit so sad to me? Why am I crying every time I think about this shit? Why every time I start to talk about it, I get teary-eyed. So I realized that I have problems with saying goodbye to people who I'm very loyal to, and separation problems and things like that. Now that leads me into the topic of Common. Common, who has released a book, and he was on Red Table Talk promoting the book.
Sense.
Yes.
Sense.
My nigga, Common Sense coming out with that 2 cents.
Yes. But, okay,
No
so
nonsense.
Common goes on to the Red Table
Not
Talk.
fragrance.
And he says, without a father, he looked at other places to get that father figure role in his life. He looked to the streets, street cats, even some of his friends from the hood. And that made me want to beg the question, because he talked about a lot. So the separation thing is something else I want to talk about, because that's just how he feels in relationships. But I'll start here with the father issue, is where do young men without fathers, where do we look to for that father role in our lives?
For me, it was always my uncle. Like, I just remember, like, trips to, like, their house and everything, just being able to, like, just be around, like, you know, another family and, you know, see my cousins and everything and see how they just nurtured each other and how they, you know, were able to have that kind of commonality. Like, I couldn't really get it with my stepdad because, you know, there was all this other shit going on. But, you know, especially just, like, the way, like, you know, you're seeing two parallels. You're seeing how a man is treating, like, you know, their wife and how another man is treating their family. And it's just, I feel like that you need to have, like, an outside source to be able to say, hey, like, how do you do this? You know, how do you carry yourself? And I always take that from my uncle. Shout out to him. And just how he just treated his family, you know, despite anything that was going on. And he was an undercover cop. You know, like juggling that hard life, and then also trying to provide for your family and making sure that everything's good. Like, it just goes to show, like, despite anything, you still have to be strong for your family.
Yes,
you have to be able to, like, be there and show them. And, like, you know, he raised an amazing family, and I always shout out him.
You got anything to say, Kenneth? What do you think young men could look to for father figures?
Well, for me, it was my older sister's boyfriend and eventual husband.
Mm-hmm.
So he's my brother-in-law now. So like he was in my life before my father passed away. So like he was like a pseudo big brother to me, since like I don't have any brothers. So I was always just constantly hanging out with him, like playing video games with him and like getting advice from him on like certain things, like, hey, how to talk to a girl and stuff like that. And then when my father passed away, he obviously like got closer with my family, and I stuck closer to him because it was like, yo, I don't have any older male guidance in my life anymore. So like for me to learn anything, like, hey, how to tie a tie, how to really like do like older male shit, like I'm looking to him. And like even now, like he lives in my family now, and even now, like shit, 17 years later, I'm still coming to him for advice, like, yo, like, how do I do this? Like, can you help me with this? Like, can I talk to you about this? Like, I still look up to him, like, shit like that. So I'm grateful for him, like, being in my life, like, 20 years now, shit.
Mm-hmm. See, I tried to get y'all emotional at the house.
Oh, that's not gonna work.
Nah.
It's not gonna work.
Gotta put on Toy Story.
No, you gotta put on
Please
when
don't.
they see us. That's the only way I'll get emotional.
Well, yeah, you saw
Only
When
way.
They See Us.
Yeah.
What's your interpretation of that? Because I put it down on the list. I just didn't want to talk about it because I didn't watch it, because I can't watch things like that, because it makes me very upset to see.
Why would it make you upset?
Because seeing it's too real for me. It's like when I watch 7 Seconds. It's too close to home, and the fact that it's based on something that really happened. Like to me, I understand. Like to me, pictures and movies and documentaries and things of that nature are not for black people. It's to raise awareness to the other races so they can help understand what's
Like
going on within the black community.
Yeah.
And especially when they see us amongst black kids and black men, and how we might feel towards something like the police and the justice system. Because look how these men are being treated, and they're not the only ones.
Yeah.
There's just one of like a million
Exactly.
examples of what has happened.
Exactly. But it's hard for me to speak on it because I didn't watch it. Akai, you watched it.
I feel the biggest takeaway that I had from seeing that movie was just the perseverance of all 5 of them. Because each one of them, even though and my heart goes out to Corey Wise. That was the last part of that is literally him. It's the entire
it's his story
part
about
it's
when
his
he was
story. Like even throughout the whole thing, like, you know, they're like, you know, checking in and like saying, yo, what happened with Corey though? Like, where is he at now? Like, some of them were able to like move on quicker, but he was still in it. Like, he was in solitary. He was by himself. He was like getting beat up in Rikers, and it was sad to see that he was trying to get out of a situation, and the only reason why he was in the situation because he was looking out for his friend. He literally just went down to the station with his friend. And
and they roped
that
him
was
in.
it.
Yeah.
And just like seeing that entire story play out, it was just like, fuck.
And then
But-
there's a interview part where they go on Oprah, and Oprah interviews them. and
I
they
didn't
try
see
to-
that yet.
They said, and you see the real person, and he's like, "Yo, he's still fucked up."
Yeah.
and that's the
It's-
hardest part to see about it.
It's terrible. Like, you see that despite him wanting to make a change after the fact, and he set up his own foundation and everything for kids that, you know, are disadvantaged, and, you know, he wants to change how they, you know, are interacting in the world. It was just one of those things where it's like, this didn't have to happen. None of this had to happen.
None of it.
None of this had to happen. And just his family life. I'm just like, fuck. That didn't have to happen. It didn't at all. And it's just sad because, like, I'm thinking of the story they did on
Khalif Browder.
Khalif Browder.
Yeah.
That fucked me up too.
Mhm.
Just thinking back to that
Yeah.
paradigm where it's just like, these people,
It happens so often,
it's too frequent.
and how terrible and unnecessary it is. That's why for me it's too hard to watch because it's too real.
It was even harder because, like, I work with high schoolers,
Mm-hmm.
and these high schoolers, like, you know, a lot of them are coming from like
Troubled
the area
past.
that, like, where I live here,
Yeah.
like in Far Rockaway. Like, I see that they're going through so much, and it's just sad to see that every other day they're trying to battle between that, you know, the street life and then also school life.
A future.
A future, yeah, but it's just like they have people that are already in the mix of their families, they're the friends, and some of them, like, they're trying to change. And if I ever saw that happen to them, it would break my heart.
Mm-hmm.
That's why it's just like the work that we do now, even with, you know, speaking on, like, you know, what we go through as men, like, it's important. It's detrimental to that.
A
Like-
lot of conversations aren't being had.
It's not, and it's just sad to see. Like, yo,
Historically, conversations like these get ignored.
yes,
With I'm all right.
Far too often.
Yeah.
Swept under the rug.
Yeah,
Just
I'm
like,
good.
yeah.
Yo, you all right, bro?
yeah. It's like
Yeah.
you have to check in.
You can't
Like,
open up emotionally because it could come across as weak back in
Yeah.
the day. But we have
You
to break
You
that.
have to,
You gotta break
you have
that
to
cycle.
normalize being able to talk about your emotions and your mental state now.
Mhm.
Yeah, especially amongst the young black community.
Yeah,
Because, like Akai was speaking on, especially from such a young age, you're exposed to so much and dealing with so much.
Yeah.
There's young men out here who are forced to be the father figures of their household, and that goes back to what Common was saying with his upbringing, where he was like, he grew up with a single mom, and the mom gave him all the love that, you know, and support, and like she kind of like forced a role of him being the father figure or the man of the house at such a young age that he knew he couldn't do. So he said that plays a role into how he looks in relationships now, where he was like, you know, anytime when he's with a woman and she kind of looks to him to be a leader or a extra guiding light to be kind of responsible for her whole self, he just dips out. Like, he's almost afraid of deep commitment to bond with that. And he said he had to go through a lot of therapy for that. He said, and that eventually messed him up with his relationship with his daughter, where his daughter had to have a real honest sit down conversation with him. And shout out to his daughter who just graduated from Howard University.
hey,
Shout out to
And-
her.
that's beautiful.
Yeah, and she had to have a conversation with him and speak on things of like, Dad, when you do such X, Y, and Z, that affects me, and that affects my relation. And it was hard for him to hear as a grown man and as a father. He said it was hard to hear, but it ultimately, over time, it made the relationship with his daughter even better. Over time, like it got rid of that space that existed in between them, that elephant in the room, that the thing that they can never speak about. He said through therapy and like just having those honest conversations with his daughter, it made him a better father and it made him a better man. And it helped him learn a lot about himself and how he looks at relationships. He said one thing with men, they look at love, especially in the case of himself, and I related to it in a sense, was men look at love as a desire. As in, you see this person, you want this person. And not even just a physical way, like you almost fantasize about everything it could be with this person, everything you would want for this person. And then you go after this person. And then once you get them, that initial feeling of desire to get them is gone. There's nothing. It's not there anymore. So there's nothing there to hold up the relationship.
It's not consistent.
Yeah, and he said, and that caused like a falter within a lot of his relationships until he realized that pattern, and then that's when he had to like take a step back. And he said there's certain things that he needs to work on now, so that would help him, become a better person in the relationship. So like what did I write down? He said once fulfilled, you stick around and you think that other areas in your life are lacking because you're still with this person. He was like, damn, I'm pouring so much into this other person, because I want so much for them. And then if I notice that if I'm faltering in any other area of my life, I blame the relationship. Like, damn, I'm not doing good in my acting. Damn, my albums ain't as good as they used to be. Damn. And I related to that so hard. I'm like, damn, if I
Now, your last album was good.
And, I could have did harder. Could I not go harder?
You could have came more better. You could have came best.
That's what it's
The
for.
best you could. Anyway, my
But,
bad.
Yeah, he said that. I related to it. I just wanted to know how you guys felt about that. Was there any like relations in there that you guys felt about that? Because he said having to address that wall within himself to move forward. But you notice that if you invest too much in a relationship, it might take away from other areas of your life, and you have to.
I definitely will say that I felt like that for a minute, especially when it came to music, because I felt like the person didn't really want me to be as, I guess, forthcoming with doing anything. Because, like there was a conversation where it's like, yeah, maybe you shouldn't put this out. Like, don't do it as often. And I think that was, it kind of took me back because I was like, but this is something I like to do, like at the end of the day, I saw that I felt stagnant because of that, but I knew it wasn't on that person. It was really on me.
Yeah.
Because I did want to see the best for that person. And, at the end of the day, you really have to get your shit together before you can even, blame another person. Like, whatever you're doing in your life, you can still do. It's just you have to go about it in a way that's not going to impede or impact that person. Like, when we were, talking on Will Smith and what he was saying about him and Jada, Pinkett Smith, they had to come to that realization. You can walk the path together as long as you guys are still doing your own thing.
I watched so much Red Table Talk this morning. But what you were saying, Jada was saying that what she learned in her relationship with Will, it was like she came into the relationship with so many daddy issues, and he came into the relationship with so much issues about having to please a person, being a winner. And he said all they did was just exchange insecurities. Like, you take care of my insecurities, I'll take care of yours.
Yeah.
And over time, they realized that wasn't the way to make their marriage work. They had to be like, yo, I got to give this back to you.
Yeah.
And you got to heal your shit, and I'm going to need my shit, and I got to heal my own shit to make myself happy, because love isn't something that you should seek from another person, but it should be something that you exuberate from within yourself, that you give out. And I thought that was like a super powerful message. Like, damn, that made me sit down like, damn, Jada.
Damn, Jada.
I watched a lot of fucking shit this morning. Had me in my bag. What about you? Do you ever relate to that? You ever feel like if you're too invested in a relationship in another area, professionally or anywhere else in your life kind of lacks, you blame the relationship?
I don't really blame the relationship. I blame myself for not being able to be able to have a foot in both worlds. Like, if I'm in my relationship, and I realize hey, I'm kind of lacking in my athletics, is like, oh shit, I haven't worked out in a week and a half, 2 weeks. It's like, shit, I'm spending so much time with this person that I love spending time with them, but it's like, yo, I gotta also take care of myself, because they're not here 24/7. I'm here 24/7. I live with myself 24/7. I gotta take care of me. That way I can stay in this relationship for as long as possible. So let me go to the gym, and then if they have an issue with that, I'll sit down with them and talk to them like, yo, I'm not doing nothing out of the ordinary. I'm just keeping myself healthy for you and for me.
Yeah.
But mainly for me, because before you were here, I'm working out. After you leave, I'm going to be working out. And while you're here, I'm going to be working out. So you can either come and
you can spot me?
Exactly.
Yo, spot me, bro.
You
real quick.
Yo, you can pass me some water, or you can like my pictures on the gram. Like, oh wow, yo, my thirst traps is going. I'm still gonna be taking these thirst traps.
Summer's coming.
Summer is coming.
I'm gonna make you tuck your summer in.
Yeah, I'm gonna tuck that
I'm gonna make you tuck your summer in.
Summer's over. Tuck it up.
Put it away. Put it away.
Put the beach chair away. Throw the hot dog down.
We saw two niggas get their summers tucked in on the way to the studio. Good for them.
Yeah, that's a fact. Learn something.
We almost had to tuck that cab driver something away too.
Ah, damn.
Fuck that nigga up.
Nigga was wild.
Did y'all hear the story about KFC introducing their new Cheeto chicken burger?
That's all the more
disgusting.
reason for you to big up Popeyes Louisiana Kitchen.
God
Oh.
damn.
You have to make
My
sure
nigga, my
that
nigga.
you keep it in mind that KFC has been slipping since the fucking Double Down. I hate that shit. And it's on camera. It tried to kill me. I almost died. Evan knows. Kenneth
Did you
knows.
guys hear about the story in Buffalo Wild Wings where the rat fell off the ceiling?
Oh,
Crazy.
Ratatouille?
Wait, he fell off the ceiling and died?
No.
Yeah. I think he died from the ceiling.
From the
He was dead. He was already dead, or like the ceiling tile fell, and then
Oh, it had a rat in it.
yeah,
Ugh.
and then
Yo.
landed on a woman's menu. It was just like, what the fuck?
Oh, nah. They
can't
gonna
go
have to throw me
Buffalo
like
Wild Wings no
$100,000.
Really?
Yeah,
It didn't
listen.
even touch you.
It fell on my menu.
But you didn't
I'm
eat it.
questioning everything about the restaurant.
Yeah.
What am I doing now? What
You
am I
could just
doing
leave.
here?
You didn't have any food.
No. I'm getting my money's worth.
What is your money? You didn't spend any.
It doesn't matter. I was about to, but you lost my business. And you could lose the business for everybody
I
else
wish I
here.
could have that rule against women. I was about to fuck you. I saw you on that bullshit.
You on that bullshit
I'm
now?
suing. Now we're in court. And now we are in court.
Chung
Goddamn.
chung.
Is there anything you would sue a woman for? He looked up. The intensity in that stare.
Yo, you got to go to YouTube to see Evan's face on it.
He's typing it
The
up
li-
now.
the
Oh,
litig-
shit.
The litigation he would tie her up in.
Would you, Kenneth?
Would I sue a woman for anything?
If you could, like, if it was like, if you could sue in a relationship, and it was just petty shit.
Oh,
It's not
petty
like
shit.
like monetary, but you could just be like, hey, you gotta spend the day with me. You gotta do some shit I want to do. The plaintiff, Evan Cumbest, he's suing for being blocked on Instagram unlawfully. The defendant, beep, is countersuing, saying that Evan is being a bitch.
A minute man.
Oh shit! Yo, damn. I wouldn't say that shit. Damn. Okay.
How many meals I bought you? Give me my Chromecast back.
Wow.
Order. You're being belligerent. Settle down, sir.
You ain't never tipped for gas.
Tip for guy.
Never chip in for gas.
There you go.
I don't give a fuck.
Tell us how you really feel. Now he's mad that we never chip in for gas.
No, man, she never chipped in for gas.
Listen,
She never-
she took
I
my
gotta drive
charger.
you,
nigga.
dick you down, all this,
She
feed
never.
you,
She
all
never.
of this.
She never
All
appreciated
in
that
the
2
gas
for 20.
station.
She never appreciated that 2 for
Never
20.
did a 2 for 20.
You never did a 2
Uber Eats is expensive, and it adds up.
Yeah,
but
it
two,
is.
but
That
two for
tax
20.
is fucking
but 2
crazy.
for 20.
I gotta go that route.
There you go.
Yeah, you got to get your Bow Wow on, man. Come on.
No, Bow Wow wants y'all to go to Nobu. Like he hate
No, Bow Wow
Nah.
wants y'all to help him get his G-Wagon fixed because the bitch broke into this
Bow
shit.
Wow has a
Smash the
G wagon. I'm sorry.
Well,
Bow
in the
Wow can
pho-
afford a G wagon.
Actually, in the photo, he never said that was his car. He said,
just
girl
took a
just
picture.
showed up to my place of employment and broke into this G-Wagon.
That could be Jermaine Dupri.
Exactly.
Yo,
Imagine if that wasn't even
That
his
was
car.
JD's G-Way.
JD's G.
JD's GW.
JD's GW. The fuck is going on, man?
G-dubs.
I gotta make another hit just to replace this window. It's crazy.
Usher, fire up Confessions 2.
These are my confessions. This bitch rolled up on my
G-Wagon.
G-Wagon and she bust out the windows.
Not a
But I
music,
got another one on the way.
not a music
These are my
podcast.
Not mine.
G-Wagons.
My G-Wagon is...
These are my G-Wagons.
Wagons.
Fuck that. We about to get some... We about to get some fire going up in this bitch. Hold on.
Uh-oh.
Follow the link for their SoundCloud.
No, y'all should just talk while I figure
Man.
this shit out.
Listen,
Wait, so
if-
would you sue a woman for anything like in the past?
if she busts out the windows in my G-Wagon, man, I'll be sitting there like, watch this.
Watch
Girl.
this. Let me tell you something. These are my G-Wagons.
Girl, I'm about to sue you for everything that you had, and you ain't got a
No more.
lot, because you,
G-Wagons.
my G-Wagon costs more than your fit, and your entire life, you bitch, my G-Wagon.
Just
Why
when I
did you?
thought, just when I thought I had a nice car.
You just came along
with the crowbar.
I don't know what you thought, but I don't mind drafting my G-Wagon. I was gonna roll down the window anyway. It's summertime, bitch. I'm gonna take the top off this shit.
Summertime, bitch.
This nigga's nuts. Fuck out of here. Nah, it's summertime. Fuck. I was gonna roll the windows down anyway.
Summertime, bitch.
It's summertime, bitch. Fuck out of here. Unblock me.
This nigga Funk Kai up in the building.
Next topic.
I have it.
It's summertime, bitch. That's what the next topic is. Packing your summer.
Tuck in your fucking summer.
Tuck in your fucking summer.
We got viewer questions.
We do?
Yes, what is the view before I go to this other story?
We had a viewer question from last week that we never actually got to. So shout out Kadane Cephas.
Hey, Kadane Cephas.
He asked, how do you deal with a jealous significant other?
Whew.
Leave him.
Whew. Man, I don't even think I did
Hating
that
on my
right.
drip.
I can't even lie. Like, I've reached this epiphany.
Uh-oh.
You can't. That's it.
You
can't. The more you know, you're wrong. You're wrong every step of the way. You blocked her? Pfft, that's not enough. You basically killed her? That's not enough. The other one she was jealous about? Nah, you moved? Can't do it. Can't do it. She'll never be happy. Always gonna be jealous. I'm just saying, it's terrible. I don't have the answers.
Any other questions?
Do you think you can ever be in an open relationship?
The more you know, the more you should. Shit, isn't that like fucking? Nah, I don't think I could do it.
Really?
I think I'd be the jealous nigga.
Oh, really?
Imagine, because I think this is coming up on what is it, Red Table Talk, where it's like
Yeah, they're gonna have a throuple.
a thruple.
Yeah, with 3 people.
That's
and a
what they
couple.
call that shit.
Yeah.
That's weird. Sounds like you're getting down like outside. Like
I
a
don't
club or
care.
some shit.
It's white people.
Yeah, of course they have a name for it. Of course they have a name for
Yeah,
it.
of course.
I don't think I can
And they
do
say
it.
white people don't got culture.
Isn't incest a culture?
It's fucking summer, bitch.
Summer, bitch. Tuck it in.
Is there any other questions before I...
Button down.
No, there's no more questions.
No
All
more
right.
questions?
So,
Back to that incest.
I have a question. No,
Why?
not back to that. No, it's not back to that. For you guys, how do you plan out a first date with a chick where you have to plan out everything? Like, what is there to do these days
I write it in
without being
crayon.
called broke?
I write it in crayon.
Broke boy. What's
Oh,
up?
man, come
What
on,
about
bro.
you, Kenny? What you doing?
I'll help his lip.
Is there any broke boy? It's like it's nothing we can do these days.
No. I feel like the more thoughtful you make the date,
But
I
without
think that's the best
but
thing.
without any info from her, like you have to map it out.
Yeah.
So how could you be
I have to
thoughtful?
100%.
No,
map
I
out
would
the
do
date,
that.
yeah.
I would do that. I would make it thoughtful. I would play on the
And
interest.
it's the first date, so
yeah,
you don't know
I
much.
play on, like, okay, have we been talking before then? Because if it's a blind date, I can't do
It's not a
much.
blind date, but
But
it's
you've been
something-
talking a little bit, and you kind of piqued each other's
maybe
interest.
2 weeks.
Okay, 2
So
weeks,
you know
then that's
light,
more than
you
enough
know
time.
light information.
You know light information. I play on that and be like, okay, let's play to each other's interest. Something that I like that I would want to show her,
Yes.
and a lot of things that she is interested in and would kind of expand those experiences. Like, if I didn't have to spend money, shit, we going to the museum. Let's check out this artwork. Girl, I could buy you that one day. Just believe in me. That's it. Just believe in me.
What about you, Kenny?
If we've only been talking for like 2 weeks, I understand why Kai's like, yo, like play to each other's interests. I would want to do something like more like interactive and like playful. So I would probably like take her like, I don't know, like either bowling or like some like carnival type shit, and just like playing games, like make it kind of like competition type shit, and like, and then take her out for food.
If she
2
don't
for
call you
20.
broke by then,
2 for 20.
Why we at the carnival?
Yeah.
Shit, this is whack.
she don't call you broke by then. Bro.
Why
You
can't
ain't
we
gonna
go
get
on that
one.
ride?
Good luck. I hope you get it off.
I hope so too. I hope so too.
She gonna call you broke so fast. They gonna pull out the Monopoly board.
Whoa, no.
Yo, I saw
I'm
some
not.
shit like that.
I'm not bringing out Monopoly on
So
the
what
first
you
night.
bringing
No.
out? What you bringing out?
Connect 4.
Woo!
Oh, nah, you can't do Connect 4.
No, that's not what I meant.
Connect 4?
Either Connect 4 or Jenga.
Look at him trying to like mad innuendos. Connect the 4, pull out. All right.
Connect before
What-
you pull out.
Oh, y'all thought I wasn't gonna be in this bitch for episode 50? Well, I'm here. Drop it for your mama. And I'm back in here. That's right.
Shit, what's good, Jimmy?
Oh, y'all know what it is, niggas.
Oh, there's no hard ER this time. Hey, it's
Tucking them summers. Came in here, walked into the studio, nobody's summer was tucked. I'm here to pack it up for you niggas. Now,
There was a hard ER in that one.
Pop the scammer. Man tries to steal Holly Berry's house with a phony deed.
what?
Wow. Yeah,
A whole house?
the whole house.
A man tried to steal Holly Berry's Los Angeles home by crediting a fake deed for her house. The scammer even brazenly hired a locksmith to get inside, according to Page 6. Ronald Eugene Griffin, 59 years old, was first spotted trespassing on Holly's $3.8 million Italian-style property in January, but bolted when the
Jimmy can't read.
the phone was far from my face. Was bolted when the Star's gardener approached him. According to TMZ, citing law enforcement sources, he had returned in March with a locksmith and actually had one of the locks changed. When Griffin was confronted by Berry's hired help, he brazenly called the cops, claiming the workers were trespassing. Once the officers arrived, they spotted his phony paperwork and arrested him on the spot with charges of procuring and offering false warranty deed and petty theft. According to TMZ, Griffin didn't even know it was Berry's home until he was told by the police. He was arrested, and with a felony count of what I was speaking on earlier, his bond has been set to $36,000.
Damn.
Tuck your summers in.
He was
Tuck
trying,
your
he was
deeds
trying
He
to-
made bail.
He was trying to tuck her something.
He's coming back.
He was trying to tuck her something.
Yeah,
It's crazy.
himself. He tucked it himself. He called the locksmith and everything. He locked your summer up. Your summer's over. How would you feel if you went home and another nigga was in there?
Oh, well, first off,
They locked the doors.
hey,
It was
let's
Molly
phrase that
Quine.
shit.
Well, that's what LeVar said. Full circle. He said the only way I would ever hit on Molly was if she broke into my home and I thought she was the boogeyman.
He's just chilling in the jacuzzi. That's crazy.
Yeah.
I would be wild. I would be a wild man. I'm sorry. I can't.
Wild boys.
Nah. I don't own a gun, nor do I condone it.
I'm
You can
throwing
protect
Party Lamb
yourself.
so hard. That's all you gonna hear. That's his
Nah,
last
it's
words.
lit. It's lit. I'm gonna just fuck him up. There's no questions. And he came at me with the there's no questions. Just came at me with the blind rage and ketchup.
Blind rage and ketchup.
Beat him up with the closest shit next to me.
It has been 50 weeks, guys.
Whew.
We did it.
We reached the end.
That's it.
We reached the end of episode 50. So, any last words?
I'll say I learned a lot with these 50 weeks that we've been here. I
Yeah,
feel
you guys
like
have improved a lot. We've improved as a show.
you know
always
what?
room
Yes.
to grow, but
yes.
we've improved.
Always
I'm very
room to
proud
grow.
of you
Of
guys.
course. Always room to grow.
Very proud of you guys.
Yeah. The biggest thing I'll say with the 50 weeks that we've had, we've grown, and I hope that the people that watch us, they grew with us,
Yes.
and we learned from each other.
Yeah, definitely. And I hope we've helped a lot of people have a lot of difficult conversations
Yeah.
with this
Yeah.
past 50 weeks.
That's the biggest thing I learned. Have those difficult conversations and make sure you do it in a timely fashion.
Always room
'Cause-
for growth.
Yeah, exactly.
Not promised tomorrow.
Exactly. There you go.
What about you, Kenneth?
I'm just happy that we managed to make it to 50 weeks, and I can't wait for 50 more.
50 weeks in a row. That's right.
Woo!
We did that shit.
All
Did
these
it.
niggas
The
next.
1 year anniversary coming up. And how many weeks? I'm going to be absent for it. But it doesn't matter. 50 weeks. We got that shit in the tuck. Tuck your podcast up. So shout out to City World Radio. Shout out Scott's Crescent Radio. Shout out Jay. Shout out Tone. That's 50 fucking weeks. We see you niggas next week. We in it.
He broke the iPad.
I did.
He broke the iPad. Shit.
50 weeks without it.